So there's a lot that goes into making these videos. And first, let me give you a little of my background in terms of making videos. I first started making things when I was a teenager. My father had gotten a camcorder from a buddy of his that did like weddings and such, so it was professional quality. And his friend had just upgraded it and sold it to my dad. So I was using this camera to make like skating videos and such, back in the 90s, and wiring my CD player in so that I can get music in the background and such, and I had a lot of fun. But there's a lot that goes into making these videos, and like I said, every step of the way is a new skill that's involved, and it keeps my mind from drifting and getting bored with things that I'm doing. But there is a lot of planning that goes into the videos, and there is a lot of writing, scripting out what you're gonna say. With this video here, I'm kind of just talking freeform because I wanted you to get the raw emotion involved with that and get a real feel for how I go about doing things. So the first step that I do is go through on pad and paper, and I kind of outline what I want to discuss or go over. What is the end result? What goal do I have? Is it just entertaining and shooting a video of my music so that people can listen? Or am I in my afternoon jams guitar lesson and I'm teaching a specific point? Or is it any combination in between? So I outline where we are, and I go through who my audience is going to be, because the messaging is always going to be slightly different depending on who you're getting in front of, and that's going to be the same no matter what you're doing. So I kind of outline like who am I speaking to, and then I'm going to make my point, but I'm going to make it using this approach versus this other approach for this other audience, and so that you got to really plan out who's going to hear you, and then you've got to plan, is it going to be a video or is it going to be a still image that's going to go into the post? Is there going to be multiple posts? So like, for example, when I'm doing my photography and I go out to shoot for a session at a certain location, I might string along 8 or 9 different images and tell a little bit of history or background behind those images for each day, and it kind of tells the story. And I've done that here with music, with each song having a different story to it and kind of background. Specifically, I'm talking about with Southern Transit, because each day you're going to kind of get a little feel for what was going on in the process at the time, and what the motivation to each song was. And thinking specifically like subjective dissonance, that's a tension song. I'm using that to create tension so that it resolves on the final place, which is sunshine, and that kind of eases the listener a little bit, and it goes into more of a relaxing, calming, sitting in the sun on the beach here in Florida kind of scenario. So I had to kind of think through the order, and then there's going up, setting up all the equipment and testing out the lighting and testing out the audio to make sure everything's lined up correctly with that. And I'm shooting on a Nikon D5600, and I love it because I can have the panel open and I can look and see what's actually being filmed, and it's got a high quality. It does everything that I need, and then I have a built-in mic along with a microphone that I hook in through my Personas Audio Box 1 down there, and then everything I kind of bring into my laptop. I use Premiere Pro, and I organize all the files that are going to be associated with the video, and I put them into Premiere Pro, and I just go through the production process. So that's kind of an in-depth look into how I make things, and the fun that I have behind it. So this way you can kind of get a look at my creative process. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.